Jürgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola's differing genius must be valued by Liverpool and Man City fans. Jürgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola have constructed the best sides in England over the last half-decade. The managerial brilliance of both deserves appreciation. The Liverpool-Man City rivalry, if one could call it such, has become the defining battle in the Premier League over the last half-decade. It's not a rivalry in the traditional sense, it's not born out of geographical proximity like the Merseyside derby. It's one based purely on sporting brilliance, two teams fighting for domestic supremacy, like Barcelona versus Real Madrid. Juventus versus Inter, and indeed, Liverpool against Manchester United. These are two teams who have arrived at the apex of the sport in England at the exact same time. Driven on by the two prominent coaches of the era. It's not hyperbolic to say that Liverpool against Man City wouldn't be nearly as appealing without the presence of Jürgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola. The two coaches who have shaped the thinking in the modern game more than any other. Klopp and Guardiola have produced a stream of imitators. Yet as the saying, and countless songs, state, often imitated, but never duplicated. Klopp and Guardiola stand alone. Fans of both can get caught up in the nitty-gritty of the week-to-week results. To such an extent that they often fail to take a step back and simply appreciate the brilliance of their respective sides. Liverpool were going nowhere before Klopp's arrival in late 2015. The club were just floating in the ether with Brendan Rodgers, stagnation had set in and the heights that the club then ascended to with the German on board would have been unthinkable to most at the time. What Klopp has achieved in the near 6 years since landing has been remarkable. All the more so considering FSG has kept the club on a strict budget, never spending more than they earn. It didn't take long to see that the German's personality was a brilliant fit with the city of Liverpool. His passion on the sidelines matched only by the passion from the Anfield faithful in the stands. Klopp transferred his heavy metal, gegenpressing style of football from Dortmund to Liverpool to great effect. Teams in England, and then Europe, failed to cope with the relentless intensity and pressing. But it wasn't just all running and pressing, Klopp married those traits with beautiful football. Intricate passing and not keeping possession for possession's sake. Guardiola has got City producing the kind of football fans of the club have never seen before, and scoring goals like never before too. In every season the Catalan has been at the club, they've scored well into triple digits, twice scoring over 100 goals in the Premier League alone. City have won the title in 3 of Guardiola's 5 seasons at the club, and reached their first ever Champions League final last season. Guardiola has brought success to the club like no one before him. Yes, one could argue that having a petrostate in Abu Dhabi backing the club somewhat diminishes his success. Especially in relation to Klopp, but it doesn't take away from his managerial genius. Guardiola has coached the likes of Raheem Sterling, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva into much better players than they were previously. That is something money cannot buy. Both teams have enthralled the Premier League over the last 5 years, with both pushing each other on. Every great side needs a great competitor, and for City and Liverpool, it's been each other. And it's all down to Klopp and Guardiola, the preeminent managers of the era.